Hey, it's Charlie again for another lesson on some music theory. This time we're taking a look at how we apply what we might already know about the musical stave and how notes are written and how rhythm and sound and silence are represented. Right, so we've looked at crotchets, quavers, semi-breves, semi-quavers and how they're represented, and we've looked at their equivalent rests and how they're represented. So now we're going to try and apply some of it with some rhythms and hopefully use all the knowledge you have to explain and figure out how to play these rhythms. So I've written here, excuse my crude drawing, but it's as good as I'm going to get. This is a bar of 4/4. We might have briefly mentioned time signatures, 4 beats. 4/4 essentially for us for the moment means 4 beats to a bar. It's 4 crotchet beats in a bar. So we've got a whole bar here and we've got 4 beats represented. I've got a crotchet, and a minim. So a crotchet's worth 1, that's crotchet's worth another. This is your other 2 beats covered by the minim, which is worth 2. So very simple. Whether you're going to tap it, clap it, whatever you're going to do with it, you would just play beat 1, beat 2, and that's going to last for beat 3 and beat 4. You need a very good indication of where beats 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we had that as our beat, your rhythm would go dun, dun, dun. Okay? Just like that. So that would be dun, dun, dun. And it finished, and that would be the bar. So that's the absolute basic kind of method of using of understanding rhythmic notation. You could also obviously put a big semi-breve in here and just let that ring for 4 beats, and that would equally be the whole bar as well. We don't want to do that though. We're going to move on and look at the next beautifully drawn example beneath, which uses, again, it's a bar of 4/4. Okay, and this bar we've got a crotchet, 2 quavers, a quaver and a quaver. So we've introduced the, sorry, that was wrong, a crotchet, 2 quavers, a crotchet and a crotchet. So this time we've introduced the quaver, which splits the beat in 2. So instead of playing 1 beat, we're playing on what I would call beats 1 and. I'm going to explain that. Here's beat 1, here's beat 2 and. We're going to call it 2 and because it's a logical way of splitting the second beat in 2. Then there's beat 3 and then there's beat 4. All right. So those are your first. That is how you would do that beat. So if I was keeping this as our tempo, as an example, we would play dun, 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 dun. So it would be 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. So we can kind of see 1, 2, and 3, 4. So there's an instant representation of how that works on the stave. I'm going to throw you a bit of a curveball here. For beat 3 instead, we're going to go like this. I'm going to put one of those in. I know the drawing isn't very good, but hopefully you recognise it. That is a crotchet rest. Take my word for it, it is. Okay, so what's going to happen now is on beat 3, you're going to rest. You're going to do nothing. So we're going to have instead dun, 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 rest. 4. So here's your beat, and your rhythm is going to go dun, 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 dun. Okay, so on beat 3, you rest. A little bit of a weird thing to get used to, I appreciate. So on from there, we might get rid of that. What's weirder than that is starting on missing beat 1. And on beat 1, instead, you're going to have a rest. Okay, so we're going to put that in. Okay, so we're going to go 2, 3, 4, rest, dun, 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 rest, dun, 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 dun. So it's rest, do, 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 dun, 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 just like that. Okay, so that's a basic introduction to how to read these things on a stave. There are obviously a lot of variations. I will be looking at quaver rests and 16th note rests and combinations in another video because there's a lot to pack in for now. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea and gets you going. Try and look at some music and try and just figure out what roughly is going on. Unfortunately, it does have to be kind of simple music, but there are some great books out there, some rhythm reading books, some drummers books, just real simple stuff just to get you clicking through, get a pen and just sit there and tap the rhythms. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it will help eventually with your rhythm and all of that sort of stuff. Cool, nice one. I hope it's been useful, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.